With a flat-screen TV, you want speakers to match. KEF's home theatre systems have been the industry standard for years, so it's no surprise that the T-Series delivers unbeatable sonic performance whilst being slim enough to mount on your wall alongside your TV. Because of the flat design of most TVs, manufacturers can't deliver high-definition audio to match the high-definition picture. The T-Series packs all the punch of a conventional loudspeaker, but with a cabinet that's only 35mm thick. The T-Series is in a different league to any other low-profile speaker on the market and forms one of the world's thinnest home theatre systems. As is usual with KEF, it combines several landmark innovations. I have with me two members of the engineering team from KEF, Julia and Jack, who'll share with us how it was possible to design such a slim speaker. So, Julia, what was the biggest challenge in developing such a slim speaker?
The biggest challenge really was designing the drivers, both the tweeter and especially the mid-range driver. Now, typically these are maybe 75mm deep, but to fit in our slim speaker, we needed a driver that was perhaps a third of that depth.
So how did you do it?
Well, we started by designing a flat radiating diaphragm. Now this needed to have stiffening ribs on the rear, which were integrally moulded, and we also mounted aluminium discs onto the back of the ribs to create a slim but very stiff structure.
Right.
Now in a conventional mid-range driver, the diaphragm, suspension and motor system are stacked one on top of the other. What we've done is to relocate the suspension outside of the motor system to reduce the overall depth.
Are there any other advantages to these drive units?
Yes, actually, because they fit perfectly into the slim cabinet, that means that they can double as cabinet bracing. And this is a great help because cabinet bracing means fewer vibrations of the cabinet, which could spoil the overall sound.
Okay.
And so the result of all this development is a mid-range driver that's as good as a high-performance conventional driver, but is just 27mm deep.
Jack, Julia briefly touched on the tweeter earlier. Could you elaborate?
Yes, the tweeter is the driver which produces the treble. For the T-Series, we've designed a large diameter voice coil side-vented tweeter with a tangerine waveguide, and this gives a very smooth treble with wide dispersion and excellent imaging.
It's a very slick-looking product. What were your influences?
We've designed the T-Series to match modern TVs, and no detail has been overlooked. There are elegant anodized aluminium side trims, and the logo is beautifully precise. We're looking for a camera quality of feel. The attention to detail doesn't stop there. We've incorporated smart technology so that the sound is automatically adjusted depending on whether the speaker is wall-mounted, on a table, or even on the floor stand.
So clearly there are two different size models. What are the differences?
Well, the larger loudspeaker has two mid-range drivers, which means that it can go louder. And there are also two centre speakers, which have the same size and configuration. We've arranged these into three different systems, all based around the same powerful subwoofer. There's the T105, which uses 5 small satellites, and this is suitable for really good surround sound in a normal-sized room. For a more impressive and louder soundstage, I'd recommend the T205, which has the larger speakers for the front channels.
Okay.
And of course, the ultimate system is the T305, with all 5 channels being the longer model.
Right.
All the speakers are available individually, so you can easily upgrade to 7.1, or even add an extra sub for 7.2. Now that might sound like a lot of speakers, but don't forget that KEF offer a wireless solution to avoid extra trailing wires to the rear speakers.
Julia, Jack, thanks so much for providing us with a fascinating insight into this exciting new line from KEF. So as we've seen, the innovative T-Series is another addition to KEF's unrivaled pedigree, combining one of the world's thinnest cabinets with unparalleled sound performance. The T-Series is the perfect partner for your flat screen TV.